as we had all the matches leading up to the one at the arena, which would be the main match, which was myself and Tommy Cairo and Woman with Sandman against Tommy Dreamer and Mick Foley. Cactus Jack, whatever you want to call the douche, is up to you. So before the match, we discussed, I put it all out there because I've told this story many a times. We discussed exactly what was going down, and I was fine with everything because everyone around me and even Tommy Cairo, we knew that the match ended at the cane shot to my head by Mick Foley. That's it. That was the end of the match as far as we knew. Okay. So everything worked out just fine, during the match. Not so much for Tommy Cairo, unfortunately, but he has his own complaints that we could get to about the match and tell you about what he suffered through that match as well, with just people not listening. So as we get to the end of the match, and after Mick Foley canes me and the entire building pops as expected, that was supposed to be the end.
I popped, I won't lie.
Okay, so and that would have been enough for you, right? That would have been enough to just see
that's the end of the match. It comes at you, bam, that's it.
And that's it. And that's on TV. Everyone's seen it, just cut to that. And Tommy Dreamer would try to this day deny that he did anything at all because it wasn't. Oh, what is it on film? Did you ever see it on film? Well, they have it on film. They just didn't show everyone else. But I got the pictures, so I posted them all over the place. Tommy Dreamer, after Mick Foley caned me in the head, and I'm laying there bleeding, he decides to get the cane. And I'm sorry, after Tommy Dreamer caned me, I'm sorry. He picked up the cane and opened my legs up. First, he kicked me in the face a couple times, which I have a picture of. Totally unnecessary. I didn't even know he was coming near me after the match. And then he picks my legs up and opens my legs up real wide. And I, like I said, should have known something was weird before the match, because when we were discussing it, they were joking around and they were like, "Don't wear underwear." And I was like, "Why wouldn't I wear underwear?" And I really just don't wear them. And I used to wear like these thigh-high stockings, So I was like, well, my legs are protected, so no big deal, Don't wear underwear, whatever. It's a crowd. There's no children in the crowd. So this ass clown gets me and opens my legs up and holds them up and gets the cane and whacks me between the legs. And I'm not sure if you're familiar with being hit with a cane or not.
Oh, yeah.
You got like little ridges in them that if you get like certain loose skin, it will grab around and pull back, So that's exactly what happened. When he hit me in my private part, it pulled back and snapped. And I was, but you could see the blood on the bottom of my dress, and people were like, that's from your head? And I'm like, and I couldn't even I didn't even know how to say anything or tell anybody. And when we got back to the locker room, he was like, I'm not even sorry about that because it was great. Thanks.
I was just going to ask, did he apologize?
No, not at all. And then I told Paul, because I showed Jason, I was like, this is not normal here. I was bleeding. It was scary. It was a scary situation. And I was on a lot of stuff back then, but I felt it and I knew something was definitely wrong. And then I went and showed Paul, and he was like, you can't prove whether or not it was like that before or after, like it was no big deal. He was like, I just go put some ice on it or whatever. And, start making all kinds of wise comments to try to joke about it and joke it off. And, Jason, it fucking wasn't any better in dealing with the situation. He was like, you are deformed. And it's just like, yeah, I'm deformed. Like my dad had to pick me up from the building, bring me to the hospital. you know, like, and he said, you know, I don't want you to go back around these people because look at what they're doing to you.